Hey guys, good evening all of you. After a long time, I am uploading a video of nursing subject. Today we will discuss about the various kind of psychiatric disorder and mental illness, which is the one of the most important concept or topic for the nursing competitive examination. So, all of the first we are see that classification of mental illness or mental disorder. The mental illness or mental disorder can be classified on the various bases such as judgment, memory, etc. So let us know about the classification. All of the first, disorder of consciousness. In this section, we will learn about the disorder that of consciousness. Second, disorder of motor activity. Which kinds of psychiatric illness may be occur due to disorder of motor activity? Third one is disorder of thought. In this section, we will learn about the various kinds of thought disorder in detail. Next, disorder of affects. Which kinds of psychiatric illness may be occur due to the disorder of affect or the impaired affect or alter affects. Next, disorder of perception. Which kinds of psychiatric illness or psychiatric disorder occur due to the perception alteration. Next, we will learn about the disorder of memory. Which kinds of psychiatric illness or psychiatric disorder occur due to the alteration of memory. Next, we will learn about the disorder of orientation. Which kinds of psychiatric illness or psychiatric disorder may be occur due to the alteration or impaired orientation. So guys, in this section, we will learn about the various kind of disorder of psychiatric perspective. All of the first we will learn about or we will discuss about the disorder of consciousness. Secondly, we discuss about the disorder of motor activity, then disorder of thoughts, then disorder of affects, disorder of perception, disorder of memory, and disorder of orientation. All of the first, this all aspect may be included in the mental status examination. When we are performing the mental status examination, we can judge a patient's level of consciousness or level of illness through these all aspects. So this all aspect is one of the most important aspects for the mental status examination. Now we will discuss about the detail of above mentioned all disorder or mental illness or psychiatric disorder. All of the first we will discuss about the disorder of consciousness. The which kinds of psychiatric illness may be occur due to the alteration of consciousness. So in this we learn about the various kind of psychiatric condition that may be occur in patient. All of the first we learn about the stupor. So what is the definition? What is the meaning of stupor? The stupor is a condition in which patient be like motionless or mute. The meaning of stupor is the person is being motionless or mute is known as the stupor. Second condition is clouding. So what is the meaning of clouding? The clouding, absence of clear mindedness. So absence of clear mindedness is known as the clouding whenever the stupor is motionless and mute. Third condition is confusion. So what is the meaning of confusion? Disturbance of orientation. Disturbance of orientation is known as the confusion. Next condition we will learn about delirium. So what is the meaning of delirium? The meaning of delirium is not able to think or speak clearly. So guys, this all condition may be occur due to the altered consciousness level. This formally known as a level of consciousness. That these four condition may be occur due to the consciousness alteration or disorder of consciousness. Among them, stupor means motionless and mute. Clouding means absence of clear mindedness. Disturbance of orientation is known as the confusion. Not able to think or speak clearly is known as the delirium. So guys, remember these all key points or keywords, because these all keywords or all terminology may be asked in the this examination. So stupor means motionless and mute. Clouding means absence of clear-mindedness. Confusion means disturbance of orientation. Whenever the delirium means not able to think or speak clearly. Now we will discuss about the disorder of motor activity. So motor activity disorder mainly classify into three types. All of the first, decrease activity, second one is disactivity, and third one is increase activity. So in the motor activity disorder we can generally realize or see that the patient having the complaint of increase activity, patient having complaint of decrease activity, and patient having complaint of abnormal activity. So guys, motor activity disorder mainly classify into three types. The first is decrease activity level, second one is increase activity level, whenever the third one is disactivity level. So this also known as the abnormal activity. So guys, whenever the person or patient's activity level is decreased, this is known as the psychomotor retardation. So simply the meaning of psychomotor retardation is decreased activity. So psychomotor retardation is a one kind of motor disorder, motor activity disorder, whenever disactivity. So guys, this is most important aspect from the various kind of MCQ. Among them, stereotype activity. Stereotype activity have been include the various kinds of activities such as a flexibility, mannerism, verbigration, compulsion, negativism, autonomic behavior. Autonomic behavior maybe include echolalia, echopraxia, and suicide. So this all terminology is very useful for the this upcoming nursing examination. So guys, this is most important. The simple meaning of stereotype is repetition. So what is the simple meaning of stereotype? The simple meaning of stereotype is known as the repetition. So among them, vexiflexibility. Vexiflexibility is simply a condition in which patient may be steady in position for long terms. The position may be awkward. So guys, simple meaning of flexibility is awkward position of patient for long time. This is known as the flexibility. Whenever the mannerism is repetition of activity, and the third one is verbigration. Verbigration is simply known as the word salad. The meaning of verbigration or word salad is repetition of some words is known as the verbigration. Next condition is compulsion. Compulsion means repetition of same activity is known as the compulsion. Negativism means patient having no idea regarding to decision taking or decrease activity. Whenever the autonomic behavior have been include various conditions such as echolalia, echopraxia, and suicide. The meaning of echolalia is known as the repetition of sentence. Repetition of sentence is known as the echolalia. Whenever repetition of activity that performed by healthcare provider is known as the echopraxia. Whenever the suicide means self-destruction. So guys, this is most important terminology for this upcoming nursing examination. So I am repeating this all terminology. Stereotype meanings repetition. Vexillability means awkward position of patient for long term. Mannerism, repetition of some awkward movements. Verbigration, repetition of some specific word by patient is known as the verbigration. Verbigration also known as the word salad. Whenever compulsion means repetition of same activity, negativism means patient having no idea or no clear idea. Whenever the autonomic behavior have been include three conditions, when patient repeating the sentence is known as the echolalia. When patient repeat the behavior that performed by healthcare provider is known as the echopraxia. Whenever the self-destruction means suicide. The simple meaning of suicide is destruction of self or self-destruction. The third condition of motor activity disorder is increase activity that include hyperactivities. So guys, this all kind of psychiatric illness is have been included in the disorder of motor activity. Among them, all of the first decrease the activity level, whenever increase activity level, and third condition is disactivity. Disactivity means abnormal activity. So I hope you can judge or write down this all terminology in your books. Now we are discussing about the disorder of thoughts. So disorder of thought mainly classify into three types, that based on formation level. Second one is depend on progression level, and third base is content level. So guys, disorder of thought is mainly classified into three level. The first level is formation level. If the formation of thought is maybe impaired, is have been included in this level, formation level. When the progression of thinking process may be altered, is have been included in this level. Whenever the content, the patient having lots of think or lots of thought but having no content, is known as the content level. So guys, disorder of thought mainly classified into three types: formation level, progression level, and content level. In the formation level, so in formation level we can mainly include in the autistic thinking. Autistic thinking means insight in self. The patient may be busy with their self, their think, their activity is known as the autistic thinking. So guys, the formation level, whenever the formation level of patient may be altered, it lead to the activity is known as the autistic thinking. The meaning of autistic thinking is known as the insight itself. Patient may be busy with their self is known as the autistic thinking. The second condition is a progression level disorder. So progression level disorder may be include various kinds of conditions that may be display on your phone. So write down this all terminology, because this all terminology are very important for the upcoming nursing examination. All of the first flights of idea, patient having lots of idea without any sequence and suddenly is known as the flights of idea. Thought retardation, the thinking process of patient may be decreased, is known as the thought retardation. Circumstantiality, if you ask to patient some question, patient may add unnecessary things, unnecessary matter, and ultimately patient give you the final answer and right answer, is known as the circumstantiality. And the tensiality, you may ask a question to patient have been added various kind of matters or topics, but he or she don't give the right answer, is known as the tangentiality. So guys, if we can get final answer and right answer through patient, is known as the circumstantiality. When we cannot get the right or correct answer in spite of adding multi-purpose matters, is known as the tangentiality. Preservation, in this condition patient believe that her or his idea may be known by someone. Thought blocking, blockage of thinking process, is known as the thought blocking. Last condition is incoherence. What is the meaning of incoherence? The meaning of incoherence is a lack of logical sequence between two ideas. So guys, incoherence means lack of logical sequence between two ideas, is known as the incoherence. So guys, I hope all terminology may be clear in your minds. So now we go ahead with the content level. Content level disorder, content level thought disorder may be include various kinds of conditions such as a hypochondriasis, delusion, phobia, and obsession. Hypochondriasis means morbid anxiety related to his or herself. Please attend in definition. Hypochondriasis means morbid anxiety related to his or herself, is known as the hypochondriasis. Whenever the delusion means false belief of patient that can't be changed even after explanation, is known as the delusion. The phobia means excessive fear of any object, situation, or condition is known as the phobia. Whenever the obsession means repetition of same idea is known as the obsession. So guys, these all kinds of disorder have been put in the category of disorder of thoughts. So disorder of thought mainly classify into three types. All of the first is formation level, second one is progression level, and third one is content level. So formation level maybe include autistic thinking. Progression level maybe include various kinds of psychiatric illness or condition that may be displayed on your phone. Third condition may be include various kinds of condition such as hypochondriasis, delusion, phobia, and obsession. So guys, this all terminology is very important for your upcoming nursing examination. So we can now discuss about the disorder of affects. So disorder of affects mainly classify into three types. All of the first pleasurable affects, second one is unpleasurable affect, and third kind is other. So affect disorder mainly classify into three types. All of the first pleasurable affects, unpleasurable affect disorder, and other disorder. So among them, euphoria, elation, exultation, and ecstasy. So this all kinds of condition is pleasurable affects. This all condition may be put into category of pleasurable affects. So what is the meaning of euphoria? The patient is busy with his own words is known as the euphoria. Elation means when the some kinds of affects and feelings, affects and activity combined with each other is known as the elation. Exaltation means patient believe that he has idea, elation of euphoria, and ecstasy means patient strongly believe that he or she is the best among the words is known as the euphoria ecstasy. So guys, euphoria means patient busy with her is her own words. Elation means when patient having euphoric condition means affects plus psychomotor activity is known as the elation. When patient believe that he or she is best is known as the exaltation, and very severe kinds of condition pleasurable having ecstasy patient can believe he is one of the most popular in the words is known as the ecstasy. So second condition is unpleasurable effects. So unpleasurable effects mainly include two kinds of condition. All of the first depression and second one is grief. So other kinds of affect disorder maybe include anxiety, ambivalence, apathy, and impropriateness. So disorder of affects mainly classify into three types. All of the first pleasurable affects, second one is unpleasurable affects, and third one is other. Pleasurable affects mainly include four conditions. Among them, the first condition with one is euphoria, second condition was elation, third condition was exaltation, fourth condition was ecstasy. When unpleasurable effects may be include in the depression and grief, and other affect disorder include the anxiety, ambivalence. Ambivalence is a terminology. The meaning of ambivalence is confusing two. अथवा the patient may be realize confusion to select one option among two alternative is known as the ambivalence. Apathy means patient having feeling, and inappropriateness patient may be behave not appropriate as per the situation is known as the appropriateness. So disorder of perception. In disorder of perception, the disorder of perception mainly classify into two types. All of the first illusion and second one is hallucination. Illusion means false interpretation of things is known as the illusion. Whenever the hallucination means false perception, the wrong interpretation of things is known as the illusion. False perception of things, object, or situation is known as the hallucination. So guys, I hope You have got the right meaning of illusion and hallucination. Wrong अथवा misinterpretation of things objects is known as the illusion. Whenever the false perception is known as the hallucination. Hallucination condition is classified into various kinds such as a visual hallucination, auditory hallucination, olfactory hallucination, tactile hallucination, gustatory hallucination, and kinesthetic hallucination. Among the when patient having hallucination of vision is known as a visual hallucination. When patient may be realize the sound that cannot be heard by anyone is known as the auditory hallucination. When patient smells something but other person cannot smell it is known as the olfactory hallucination. When patient is complaining you something is running on my body is known as the tactile hallucination. When patient has feelings of something taste that cannot be perceived by the other person is known as the gustatory hallucination. And the last hallucination type is a kinesthetic hallucination. Among them, patient having complaint regarding to missing body parts. Patient say to you that about he has no head, he has no leg. So this condition is known as the kinesthetic hallucination. So I hope you have clear idea regarding to the illusion and the hallucination. The simple meaning of illusion is wrong interpretation of things object is known as the illusion. Whenever the false perception of things object situation is known as the hallucination. Hallucination may be classified into various kinds such as a visual hallucination, auditory hallucination, olfactory hallucination, tactile hallucination, gustatory hallucination, and kinesthetic hallucination. So now we will discuss about the disorder of memory. The disorder of memory is maybe classified into various kind of condition. Among them, the first condition is hyperamnesia. When patient having excessive retention of memory, excessive retention of memory is known as the hyperamnesia. The excessive retention of memory is known as the hyperamnesia. Absence of memory is known as the amnesia. So guys, kindly attend in this topic because this is the most important terminology may be asked in the upcoming nursing examination. They will be asked such as a absence of memory is known as amnesia, hyperamnesia, retrograde amnesia, such as various kind of option. The right answer is amnesia. So excessive retention of memory is known as the hyperamnesia. Absence of memory is known as the amnesia. False recollection of memory is known as the paraamnesia. Deja vu, a feeling of having already experienced in the present situation. A feeling of having already experienced the present situation is known as the deja vu. A sense of unfamiliarity with or never experienced or seen before is known as the jamais vu. So guys, this all condition will be included in the disorder of memory. So I will repeating this terminology once again. The excessive retention of memory is known as the hyperamnesia. Absence of memory is known as the amnesia. False recollection of memory is known as the paraamnesia. A feeling of having already experienced the present situation is known as the deja vu. A sense of unfamiliarity with or never experienced or seen before is known as the jamais vu. So guys, this all condition may be asked in the upcoming nursing examination. So remember this all terminology because each terminology is very important for 1 marks MCQ. Now we will discuss about the disorder of orientation. So simply we are when we assessing the psychiatric patient or mentally ill patient, we ask about the orientation. So okay, we can judge orientation by asking some questions regarding to time, place, and person. The simple meaning of orientation is degree of awareness, the degree of awareness of patient regarding to time, place, and person is known as the orientation. So disorder of orientation may be include various kinds of condition. Among them, the first condition is disorientation, loss of ability to recognize time, place, and person. So guys, among all of the first, I have discussed about the definition of orientation. The simple meaning of orientation is degree of awareness of patient regarding to the time, place, and person is known as the orientation. So first condition is disorientation. The simple meaning of disorientation is loss of ability to recognize time, place, and person. So guys, this is one of the most important MCQ that we will be asked in upcoming examination. So they will be asked such as loss of ability to recognize time, place, and person is known as blanks. So right answer is disorientation. The second condition is double orientation. Patient able to orient at certain time, place, and person or mixture. So patient able to orient at a certain time, place, and person or mixture is known as the double orientation. The third condition is false or counter orientation. Patient is well oriented toward time, place, and person, but she or he gives unreal or false answer. In spite of patient being well oriented with time, place, and person, but patient give you wrong answer or false answer is known as the counter orientation or false orientation. So guys, disorder of orientation is mainly include these three types of condition. Disorientation means loss of ability to recognize time, place, and person. Double orientation means patient able to orient at certain time, place, and person or mixture. Whenever patient is well oriented toward time, place, and person, but he or she gives the unreal or false answer is known as the disorder of orientation. So guys, thank you very much to watch this video. If you are new on my this channel, so please I am requesting you to subscribe my this channel and give like to my this video. So your one like give me the motivation to make more and more good video, and I requesting you to subscribe this channel and press the notification icon or bell icon for the latest video notification. So till now, best reading and best of luck for the upcoming nursing examination. So once again, thank you all of you.